Claire, and I was in 6th grade this semester. My biggest piece of advice to you, having made the choice to be in Ypsilanti, is to really take to heart everything that you've been learning in Davy's class in Ed 392, and just recognizing that a lot of the inequities that you talk about are real and they exist, and you will face them head on in Ypsilanti. And it's really hard to not compare your experience with your friends that are in Ann Arbor, because it's going to be very different. So really just be intentional with the relationships that you make, and know that you have a lot of different challenges that people in another school might not have as well. And my last piece of advice is, if it's possible, I encourage you to do more than just 2 weeks of reteaching, because I found that week 2 was the hardest one for me, but by week 3, I was able to figure out routine. I became very confident and it felt much more natural. So if you can do more than 2, I encourage you to do.
Hi, I'm Brett. I was in the 2nd grade classroom this year. One misconception that I wanted to kind of clarify for you guys is that Ypsilanti Community Schools gets a bad rap for maybe not having the amount of resources as other competing school districts around here, but we have the most up-to-date everyday math curriculum. We have smart boards, we have document cameras, we have a lot of resources. We have University of Michigan instructors, you have your field instructor, and you have your mentor teachers that are there, and they've been in the districts for a really long time, and they're all really good resources to kind of fall back on and guide you along your student teaching ways.
I'm Annie Pingle, and I was in 1st grade this year. My advice to an incoming second year would be to not get bogged down in the bad days that can happen, and really take advantage of those small moments with your kids, even if it's a funny sentence that your kids wrote or a funny comment that they make. Really hold on to those, because those are so worth it. All the bad days and the crying that might happen is totally worth it, and by the end you really do feel good.
I'm Hugo Lawton, and I taught 6th grade this year. One of the biggest discoveries that I made, and it really helped my teaching, is that content-specific courses aren't just content-specific. And so everything that you're learning in these methods courses can be applied to different subjects. So I've used VILs in different subjects than just social studies, and I've used guided reading in different subjects than just English. So being able to think about how you could take these general strategies they teach you and think about how they could be applied in different subject areas can be really powerful for the students. And then the other thing that I would say is that you really just need to be thinking about how you are still part of the university community, and you can still reach out to the resources that you have. You can stay connected with interns, reach out to professors when you have questions about lesson plans and things like that. So utilize both the school community and the university community.
I'm Bree. I was in a 3rd grade class. The big thing that I would tell someone coming into their 2nd year is just get to know your kids. Take that couple seconds at the end of the day, ask them how their basketball practice went, really get to know their life out of school. I read somewhere that it's 64 hours from the time that they leave on Friday to the time they come back on Monday, and for some kids, they don't have a consistent adult in their lives, so 64 hours is a long time to not feel cared about. So really, in the time that you do have with them, take the time to get to know them. And also, the kids who are the most difficult are the ones who will really surprise you and really show up. And they'll be the ones that give you the little love notes at the end of the day, saying it'll all feel worth it at the end.
I McDonald, and I was in a 3rd grade classroom this year. Some advice I have for you as an incoming student teacher is to, from the moment you enter the classroom, just really take the time to get to know your students, and do not fear the differences that you may have with a lot of your students, but learn how to embrace them. And it is important that you understand where your students are coming from, so really take the time to listen to them as individuals and not just as kids, but as true human beings that need to be listened to and cared for. And also do not feel like you have to morph into your mentor teacher and do everything the same as how your mentor teacher does it. Understand that this is a time for you to grow your education and create your own teaching practice, because all teachers have their own personalized practice and it's important to find your own.
Hi, I'm Sarah. I was in a 4th grade class this year. I think the biggest thing is to build those relationships. They are the most important thing in the classroom. And with all your students, just really get to know them. It'll make a huge difference in your management behaviors. Also, stay positive. There's times when the atmosphere will be negative, but stay positive through that. remember it's for the students. You're there for the students and for their learning. And as it was said before, you're there to grow into your own personality and your persona. But if something doesn't feel right, do what's best for you and your own choices. If you see teachers doing things and you don't feel comfortable doing that, don't do that. Be true to yourself.
Hi, I'm June. I was in a 3rd grade classroom at Adams STEM Academy. And my one piece of advice would be to not go into the classroom thinking that you are going to be their savior. I think a lot of the times we want to come in, we want to fix everything and save everything that's in our classroom, but we need to remember that the best person that we can be for our students is to be the best teacher, and that doesn't mean that you have to try to be someone that you're not, but being the best you version as the best teacher. And one of my favorite moments is just being able to learn dance moves from the students when they were teaching me the midnight and different songs, and I think just embracing just what they have to offer you and embracing what you have to offer them.
Hi, my name is Christine and I'm in a 2nd grade classroom right now. There's a couple different pieces of advice I would give. The first is sit in on planning periods, because at first I was really intimidated, I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing right now, but it's really helpful, especially when you have to teach your unit and then lead teaching comes up. It's really nice to have seen a professional doing those things already, and it gives you a heads up for what's coming up in the classroom. And another piece of advice I would give is grading as much as possible. It might not seem like the most fun thing in the world to be doing, but it gives you a great sense of where your kids are at and what they know already, and what you should be covering in your lessons. So grade as much as possible.